she got lost in a haunted house. Alright? What about over there? Y'all been kind of real quiet. What you think? She looking for some gold? Okay. In the treasure island? Okay. Anybody else? She might be walking through the woods. I can see that. Alright. Did you guys notice? Listen up. Shh. Same image, different music. The music changed the whole meaning. Did you guys see that? Yeah? Okay, good. Alright, everybody give Jaylee a hand. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Alright, I need 2 more volunteers. 2 guys. Come on up. Come on up. Thank y'all. Everybody give them a hand. Alright. Alright. Where you going? Come back over here. Alright, come with me. What's your name and age?
Errol Caraway, 16.
Name and age. Okay, Bobby's 14. Alright, and you're 16. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna use you for my example, since you're a dancer. We're gonna say nothing you bug when he came on and made people wanna fight. Alright? So let's say he's listening, he's at the club or something, Nuck If You Buck came on, somebody bumped into him, the song made him feel aggressive, so he starts fighting. In 4 years, he's gonna be 18 years old. If you're 18 and you start fighting, what happens to you? Go to jail. Alright. I need you to pretend to be my police officer. This is role play. No police brutality now. But I need you to arrest him, put his hand behind his back. You're gonna take him to jail over there behind that wall. Alright? Right now. When he gets out of jail, is it going to be easy or hard to get a job? If it's hard to get a job, what does that affect? Bro, his money. If you don't have any money, what can you not buy? Food, clothes, shoes, house, basic necessities. So what's he going to do to get that? Rob. What happens to people who rob? They go back to jail. When he gets out a second time, it's going to be easier or even harder to get a job. Even harder, right? If it's harder to get a job, what does that affect? Your whole life, your money. How you going to get your basic necessities now? Steal or what? Trap? Alright, what happens to people who get caught trapping? They go back to jail. 3 strikes, you're out. So, by that time, will we all agree that Bobby had made his life pretty difficult? Yes. Let me ask you this. Shh. What influenced Bobby to take the action that landed him in jail? The music. No, they say it right. They said it right. It was the music. Shh. See, first, music affects your thoughts. Why are you talking? I should be the only one. Do I need to move people? Music first affects your thoughts. That affects your feelings. That affects your words. That affects your actions. That affects your behavior. Then that determines music affects my thoughts. That affects my feelings. that affects my words, that affects your actions, that affects your behavior, and then that determines your destiny. Everybody got it? All right. We're going to bring Bobby back to society. Come on back. You come on out too. All right, everybody give out volunteers again. Thank you so much. Bobby, make sure you make good decisions. This man legs, I used to be here. Boy, to be young again. All right. All right. So, all right. Music is extremely powerful. One, because it plants the thoughts in the garden of your mind, and thoughts are like seeds. What do you do with seeds? You plant them. How do you make it grow? Water. Can you only water it one time? No, you gotta water it over and over and over. So if you plant an apple seed, what type of tree you gonna get? If you plant an orange seed, what type of tree you gonna get? If you plant a negative seed in the garden of your mind over and over and over, what type of tree or what type of result you gonna get? Negative. And on the other side, if you plant a positive seed over and over and over, what type of result? Positive, right? So real quick, because I'm running out of time, I gotta tell you this story. When I moved to the music, I worked in the music industry. I've worked with lots of celebrities on different movie sets, as well as different music producers that some of your favorite artists have worked with. And working in front of the camera and behind the scenes, you start to learn that everything you see and everything you hear is on purpose. So I started doing some research. And I want to ask y'all, what are most of the songs about on the radio right now? Traffic? Money? Drugs? Killing? Sex? Twerking? Alright? Is most of it negative? Yes, alright? So the question is, why is it so heavily promoted to your age group? You said because it's lit? They know it's going to take your attention? Okay. Anybody else? Okay, your age is more susceptible to it. Okay. Good. Those are all good answers. None of you are wrong. You're absolutely correct. So I started doing some research, and I ran up on an article. It was called The Secret Meeting That Changed the Hip Hop Generation. Listen up. Shh. Whoever's talking, you distracted me. And I don't have time to be distracted. So please listen up. What I'm about to tell you right now, can change your whole future. So you don't want to not be paying attention. Because you probably will be the one I'm talking about based on this next story. So this music label executive was invited to this mansion out in the Hollywood Hills. And he wrote this article anonymously. One, because he was afraid for his life. Because he knew that if it came out that he was actually the one who put the information out, that somebody might do something to his family. And to be honest with you, I'm putting myself at risk by even telling you this. Because this is information that they don't want to get out. So whenever I go places, I tell people don't record me because I don't want to know that I let you know this secret. Okay? So whoever that was, you would be moving if I can figure it out. So, this music label was invited to this big mansion, and he saw some men in the corner, and later on found out that these were the owners of privately owned prisons. And these owners of the privately owned prisons offered the music label executives a proposal of sorts. And that proposal was this, that they would offer the music label executives shares in their privately owned prisons if they would start to promote more get high. That made you want to get lit. That made you want to act drunk, act crazy. All for the purposes of, get this, increasing their prison population. Now think about that for a second. That means they understand something about you that you don't even understand about you. And that is, that music affects your thoughts, that affects your feelings, that affects your words, that affects your actions, that affects your behavior, and then that determines your destiny. So the question is, do you want a good destiny or a bad one? They don't care about you. They just want to use your body for their profit. And I know they told you in school that the Emancipation Proclamation ended slavery, but that's a lie. Because the 13th Amendment says this: slavery is abolished except, everybody say except in the case of a crime. So that means the moment you commit a crime, you are now a slave. In 2025, so I need you all to understand what's really going on and govern yourself accordingly. You better pick your friends wisely, because your destiny will become theirs. If they making the wrong decision, don't go with them. You got too much to live for. All it takes is one wrong decision. Now, I need y'all to understand that I dropped some major jewels, and you gotta make good decisions, because there's an all-out war right now for your mind, your body, and your soul. So you gotta learn how to master yourself. Everybody say master myself. That means you master your thoughts, your will, your decision making. All right? Now, I'm coming to the end because I gotta wrap it up. In this book, on the flip side, so they've been using it to the negative and cause you to use your mouth to work against yourself. But on the flip side, if you understood the power of your voice, you know how to say drink responsibly? Nah. Speak responsibly. Sing responsibly. Rap responsibly. Because you wouldn't just be throwing your words all out. Earlier I said abracadabra means as I speak, I create. When you speak, you are essentially casting a spell. That's why in school you learn spelling words. So the words that you use to describe yourself, you need to make sure they're to your benefit. In this book, I dropped some major jewels. And Gear Up has been so gracious to buy the books for you guys for free if you want one. So real quick, I need to get a count. Raise your hand if you would like Gear Up to buy the book for you, and they would get it for you. Raise your hand and lift it raised, or keep it lifted. All right, so we can get a hand count. Okay, you know, well, we can come back to this. All right. They have like a little text message thing or something? Is that how y'all collect the data or whatever? Okay. So when you sign in on the piece of paper or whatever, make sure you put a star next to it to let them know that you want the book. A separate, okay. If you can text it to me once you have the info, then I can send it to you. All right. All right, cool. So I should have no time left. Okay. Real quick, what's something you're gonna take away? What's something you're gonna remember when you leave here? Don't be shy. You raise your hand? To be positive? Good, good. What else? Something you're gonna remember. Put your hand up with me to see your hand. Musical food.